So today I'm very fortunate to be joined by Lucy Holloway from Action Medical Research. And Lucy and I spoke probably about a month or so ago because she got in touch to say thank you for taking part in an event. This Sunday for ourselves, we'll be taking part in the Race the Sun Challenge in the Lake District. And as Lucy explained what Action Medical Research does to me on the phone, I thought it'd be really nice for us to kind of jump on a quick call and just let you guys know where the money's going. So we've had some very, very generous donations. We've been trying to get a target of £5,000, which I'm very pleased to report we've just hit. But we haven't stopped there. We'd like to raise some more. So today is for me to ask a few questions of Lucy, just to explain what Action Medical Research does, and also to find out a little bit more about the event that we're going to be taking part in on this weekend. So Lucy, if we can just start by you telling us a little bit about yourself and your role at Action Medical Research.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the corporate events fundraiser at Action Medical Research. I've worked for the charity since 2020. And what Action Medical Research does is we're the UK leading charity dedicated to funding vital medical research to help children, babies, young people. And through this research, we aim to develop treatments, vaccinations, and cures, which will bring hope to babies and their families as well, obviously. We were founded 70 years ago by Duncan Guthrie, whose daughter was affected by polio at the time, and there wasn't a treatment for that condition. So within 10 years, his dream was realised after founding the charity, which led to the vaccination for polio, which is obviously monumental. But he didn't look back there. He continued to kind of keep the charity going and just kind of just plug for causes for children, really anything and everything that would benefit children and diseases that would support them.
Amazing. I saw a slide the other day, and it was the 70 years, and it's kind of broken down into all the different things that you've done as well. So ultrasounds, is that another thing that's...
Yeah, so we really have supported some of the biggest medical breakthroughs in history in our 70 years, which we're really proud of. And, you know, it's quite unusual because we aren't the biggest name. A lot of people maybe haven't heard of us, but we really have played a significant part in some of the kind of the medical treatments that we almost take for granted these days. So we helped to introduce ultrasound scanning in pregnancy. We contributed to the importance of taking folic acid for pregnant women, which obviously prevents spina bifida in babies. We contributed to the development of groundbreaking cooling cap therapy, which helps premature babies prevent brain damage. And we've also established vaccinations for hip meningitis, rubella, and obviously polio, as you've heard, and many, many more as well. And the premise of how the charity works is that researchers can apply to us for a grant, and we have a very rigorous peer review system, which will kind of sift through those and pick the very best of the best. And we are really well respected in the medical field. And primarily the range of projects our work focuses on is tackling premature birth and treating sick and vulnerable babies, helping children affected by disability, disabling conditions and infections, and also targeting rare diseases, which was severely forgotten. Really do help a lot of children. That can be quite a forgotten area as well, obviously, because it can be smaller numbers, but together there are 3,000 rare diseases, and unfortunately 75% of those affect children. And even worse than that, 1 in 3 will lose their lives before their 5th birthday, which is obviously devastating, and that's something that we're really focused on trying to change. So yeah, there's a whole range of projects that we're funding by its nature, because there's such a, you know, researchers will come to us and they'll be, you know, professionals in their field. So we have a whole variety of projects that we're funding, and at the moment we have £10 million invested in the work of over 260 researchers, which is based on 45 projects in the UK. So there's a lot going on. We're very busy, and we don't. Yeah, we do. We're really proud of what we do.
I can imagine. I can well imagine. Before you give us an overview of the event itself, what does the event or events like Race the Sun mean for Action Medical Research?
Race the Sun has been running for 20 years now, and it is a very important date in our calendar as well. It's a really important series for us, and we have completely evolved as the 20 years has gone on. We did start in Keswick, but we do offer so many more venues now in the UK. We also like to give people more variety as well. So we have 2-person teams. We have off-road events as well as on-road now. This year we added new venues in Snowdon and Jurassic Coast, and next year we're going to be also adding Cheddar Gorge, which is really exciting as well. So we're constantly evolving. We work with a fantastic events partner, Adventure Element, as well, who are absolutely fantastic at their organisation, and I'm sure you'll notice that on the day, just how slick it is, and everyone has a really great time.
Yeah, I attended a briefing the other day, and they were on to kind of talk us through it along with Vicky from Action Medical Research, and yeah, you did kind of feel like this is a very well organised event, and it also, because it's their home turf, isn't it? I think Keswick is their home turf, so it feels like they know it like the back of their hand.
They really do. Yeah, Ben Keane is from Keswick, but actually it really doesn't matter wherever they turn their hand to. They really, involve themselves in that area, and are absolutely brilliant at the seamless organisation for the event.
So, can you give us a bit of an overview of the event then? So, our Team Unity, it's myself, Ben Wood from Cab Studios, Piers Thompson from GGS Dillon House Surveyors, and Adam Smith from Financial Advice Centre. We're all taking part. We're a team of 4, and we're taking part on the Sunday. So we're doing the off-road version. Can you just talk us through what I think I know, but just in case.
Well, the premise for the whole series is it's a cycle, canoe, and trek team event. There is a fundraising event, obviously, as well. Sometimes the event will be linear, so you'll be cycling to the point of where you're doing a trek and to the point of the canoe. But in your case, you are returning back to base each time. For the Keswick off-road one that you're doing, it's a cycling 17.5 miles, ascending 2,000 feet through Whinlatter Forest, which is going to be absolutely lovely. You've got some really good mountain bike trails, some good technical rock sections as well. So it should keep you entertained, and it'll make you feel like you're earning your donations, I'm sure. There's a canoe that's 2 miles in Derwentwater, and then finally there's an 11-mile hike, which is sort of another 2,000 feet ascending up Latrig Summit. So you're going to get some stunning views. It will be a nice challenge for you, but hopefully achievable as well.
Super. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think we've got a meal organised this evening, which is just a kind of a quick run through of who's taking what kit, and then we plan to travel up on Saturday. And you mentioned it, so the funds that we've raised, and as I said, so far at 5,000, but we're not stopping there. I actually took from the recent Zoom call that we did with Action Medical Research and the event organizer, that actually a lot of the money gets raised after the event, so we can kind of track it as we're going, can't we? We can have a live feed of where we are, and obviously we'll be asking for more money. So say we raise more than £5,000, where's that money going to go to? It's going to go into a kitty that then is there for people to apply for. Is that the right way of putting
it? So the funds raised from the event will, well, first of all, it was very exciting just to say that the income from the series for Race to Sun just this year is over £900,000. So that's hot off the press just to you. Wow. So it will have a huge impact on the charity. And as I've said, we don't spend money on advertising. So that really does have a real impact in funding groundbreaking, vital medical research that will genuinely go on to change children's lives and their families. So that's absolutely incredible. And about half of the income from our for the charity comes through our events as well. It's a really great way for people to hear about us, and they often do go on to do many more events for us as well. And for Race to Sun, it's a lovely event because you get lots of friends, families, colleagues all coming together for a good cause as well. And it's a very supportive event with lots of camaraderie in the day. So yeah, it's absolutely brilliant.
Super. And I think it was only this morning, I saw something like a Race the Skyline. I'm not sure if you've got the finer details on that, but something about you essentially on a stepper that's going to do the climbs of all the tallest buildings in London. I don't know if that's hot off the press as well.
Events that Action have got in pipeline as well. So yeah, the event you're thinking about there is Climb the Capital, which is a new one we're just launching this year. So that's on the 5th of October, which is climbing the Scalpel, Walkie-Talkie and Cheese Grater buildings. It's about 475 meters, 3,000 steps, something like that. So yeah, it's a really good challenge, and that's a fundraising event as well of £475. But we've got lots of spaces on that, so yeah, I would definitely recommend coming on board. It's going to be a really great event. That I also look after the corporate events as well, so we have a networking ride for the insurance industry and the construction industry called Raptor and Ziggurat respectively, and that's a multi-day ride in various locations across Europe. as I just mentioned to you before, I'm luckily heading off to Tuscany in a couple of weeks for that one. So yeah, that's a really great event, and lots of people across the industries come together to network. So it's a bit of a win-win. We do London to Paris as well, so that's next July. We also offer a really exciting event in the calendar called the Champions of Cycle Sport Dinner, which is on the 20th of November at the Royal Lancaster in London. And that's a really great gala dinner. We have a lot of cycling ambassadors that we're lucky enough to support our charity. So they come along, you can pay extra to have one sat at your table as a guest. And it's a really, really fun event, a really great evening.
Amazing. Well, there's lots of information for anyone who's watching this, that if they wanted to kind of find out a little bit more, is it just head to the website or
website as well? And if you don't want to get involved in the actual events, there are lots of other ways as well that you'll see on our website that you can still support us. We have a weekly lottery. You can also leave a gift to us in your will. And so there's many ways of supporting the charity that will help children.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, yeah, I didn't know all of that actually in our first phone call. I didn't realize there was all that going on as well. So people in the construction industry, they are part of a cycle in Europe somewhere. Is it the construction industry that's going to Tuscany, or is that the?
Yeah, so it's called Ziggurat, and yeah, so basically it's offered for the construction and inbuilt sector. So we have Brett Group, Malin, Day Group, SIG, and Herbosch Kier are all partners for that event. And yeah, we've got about 50 riders for that one, but we can offer more places. It's obviously too late for this year, but next year we're going to be doing an exciting new route, and we'll be announcing that on the website as well. So you can have a look out for that, and we'd love to get some more people on board.
Amazing. Yeah, and I must admit, having kind of signed up to this, I've been following you on social media, and it's quite informative. I've seen some of those legends that you said that have kind of come on board really as ambassadors for Action Medical Research, which is great. And I think the opportunity, if you're a cyclist, to meet some of these people and really it's a bit non-confrontational. It's just a chat as you're riding along and things like that. It'd be quite an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're really lucky to have such a great network of cyclists who do support the charity.
Amazing. So this event's sponsored by Garmin, I believe. Do we all get watches at the end of it, or is it?
Unfortunately not, but yeah, Garmin are really great supporters of ours. We do a Garmin ride out event as well in the New Forest in August too, which is a really lovely sportive amongst many of the other rides that we do in the year as well. So yeah, Garmin are fantastic supporter of our charity too.
Oh, fantastic. It's nice to give them a bit of a mention in this, because ultimately they probably do it out of the goodness of their hearts, but there'll be a lot of cyclists probably that see this that are thinking about what will help them get around. I know that we're hopeful that we're going to remember the route. It sounds like there's plenty of markers and bits and pieces out there for us to know which direction we're heading.
Yeah, that'll be very well signposted. Don't worry, you'll know exactly where you're going.
And it's kind of taken over Keswick this weekend, because there's an event on Saturday, which is the on-road version, and then ourselves on the off-road version on the Sunday.
Yes, absolutely. And over the weekend, just those two events alone are raising, get this right, £200,000. So yeah, that's absolutely phenomenal.
Amazing. So each year, how much do you hope to raise? Is there a target number that you've set out as the figure, or is it just the bar keeps raising? Or
we are ambitious, and as you've seen, the event continues to grow, and Race the Sun is just such an exciting event, and it's so unique as well, because it's like a triathlon, but you don't have to swim, and it's really appealing for people. So we do want to continue to grow the event, and we've got lots of other ideas about where we're going to go next. But yeah, we have many things that we'd like to offer our people, and we're very ambitious. So the more raised, the more research that we can fund. So we want to keep growing.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to taking part. I thank Piers, I think it was in our group, that came up with the idea of taking part. We've not looked back. It's meant that I bought a bike. I bought all the kit and caboodle to go with it, and really looking forward.
I'm sure you're very well prepared.
I hope so. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the viewers? I know you mentioned at the beginning this is the first time you've done one of these, but is there anything else any points you'd like to get across if anyone is interested from a business point of view or individually? Is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. No, I mean, if you work at a corporation and you think that there might be a space for us to be a charity partner, we'd really love to hear from you. Feel free to get in touch. And there's so many ways that you can support us. I think it's a great way for a company to to support a charity as well. It's a bit of a win-win, and it really helps build team spirit if you can, get some teams on an event with us, or support us as a charity of the year. There are many ways that we can kind of work together with companies. And at the moment we do networking rides for, as I mentioned, the construction and the insurance industry, but we're always looking to grow on that. So we're very interested in growing into new sectors as well, such as tech and legal, and many more as well in the finance world. So feel free to get in touch. That's what I'm here for too. So I'd love to hear from you. And we are relatively unknown, so events like this is a really great way to get our name heard. And the support that you give does make a genuine difference. I'm lucky enough to have heard from the researchers when we get together as a charity, and I've heard firsthand from them the exciting work that they're doing, and the actual impact that it's having on children. And I can't stress enough how real that is.
That's amazing. As a father of 2 premature babies myself as well, I didn't know of Action Medical Research at the time, but no doubt the ultrasounds and things like that we were having at the point where we felt that it was right to do the inducing, it obviously played a part in our lives. So 2 healthy kids just about to go off to school, which is fantastic. Obviously great to have them there. Yeah. 13 and 11 now. So very much grown up, but it's lovely to know that this, maybe the help and support that people were giving Action Medical Research back 70 years ago and ever since has played an impact in my kids' lives and other kids' lives. So Lucy, thank you ever so much for coming on. I will I'll make sure that I share your email address. I'll make sure I share the web address as well.
Thank you so much.
And I'll ask that people do reach out to you direct, and I'm sure you can assist them. And I hope the event's okay on Sunday. I hope we survive it. And
thank you. Good luck.
I hope to see you there.
Thank you so much, Matt. It's been lovely talking to you.
Thanks ever so much. Cheers, Lucy.
Thank you. Bye.